Remove this heavy inside. Wake up, gotta see the light. 'Cause I've been finding trouble on the other side. Wake up, gotta see the light. 'Cause I've been finding trouble on the other side. Hey.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. What's up, guys?
What?
What is going on, guys? My name's Tefty.
And I'm Meems.
Welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about our process for the record that we made. And actually the previous record and this record that we're about to release. Wanted to kind of dive in like the aspects of it, right?
And there's similarities to the first one too, and then this upcoming album.
Yeah, exactly. The gear that you see on the video right here, this is basically what we used to come up, or these are the instruments that we used to come up with the sound of the record. And kind of want to walk through the process and exactly how we did all that stuff. It all starts with the Digitact. Digitact is the main brain, and it is the sequencer. So basically we come up with like an idea, right?
Yeah, I mean, pressing buttons, and well, it kind of starts with, I feel like some
chord.
synth pads, chords, and just creating sound and what feels, I don't know, inspiring to us.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get like some sort of inspiration, and then usually it's a synth chord, honestly, right?
Yeah,
like some sort of chord progression.
You know, I don't like whatever key. But it's just messing around, you know? I think that's where it starts.
Yeah, we mess around and come up with ideas and then start kind of turning them into a track. So we would, so like I said, we start with a synth chord, you know, something like that. And then naturally I'd be like, oh, I need some sort of beat coming in. So, you know, I'd like do something on the rhythm. For this particular record, the Analog Rhythm Mark II was the main drum machine. In the previous one, I was using samples for the Digitact. Actually, I made like a library that I was like, all right, this is my kit sound for that record. And then I kind of took elements of that and put it into the Analog Rhythm and did the similar type of thing. Where a lot of these sounds were going through the whole record, except for this one. This was on a few earlier tracks and we never used them. So it's a cool sound too.
It is cool.
Didn't end up using it. Come over the chord, then do a beat, and then start fleshing things out. The Model D from Behringer, the Boog as people were calling it, this ended up being the main bass. I really like the sound of this thing for bass effect. It just has a great sound. I really like it. So the Model D became the main bass throughout all the tracks. And it would get sequenced on the Digitact. Then the Analog 4 Mark II would fill out some extra analog synth lines that were needed. Like typically, it would be things like an alternate bass sound. So kind of like synth plucky. Things like that. And also I had some kind of epic...
I love that.
Yeah, these like...
A little bit more lush.
Lush, movie-esque type of things that would come through in here. An alternate voicing. Yeah, really cool. I love the Analog 4.
That sounds so good.
It's a dope sounding synth. And the fact that you can have 4 different voices and sequence them all separately, like I think it's fantastic. Have the Novation Peak, which is like a real bread and butter type of thing. It would like double as like a pad or some sort of dreamy ambient synth sound. And this is what's playing right now. Again, sequenced on here. So the Digitact is sequencing the Novation Peak, sequencing the DeepMind, and sequencing the Behringer Model D. Then the Analog 4 and the Rhythm Mark II have its own sequencers, and same with the Digitone. The Digitone got used here and there, but not every song I ended up making Digitone sounds with because it has a specific digital sound that really works for some things, and other things is just kind of like, feels out of place. But the peak is fantastic. I could always find something with the peak. So right now it's like this pad sound.
You filtering it?
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Mess with the filter. The filter's great on this thing.
Yeah.
Also has great distortion too. Love it. So throughout playing the tracks, I'd usually be messing with the filter and the various distortions on here, and also the release. I don't know, I really like the character of it.
Yeah,
I
sounds
think
so
it's
good.
dope, yeah. Next we got the Deep Mind. The Deep Mind, I made this patch. Sounds like this. I called it the Tef Pluck. And I ended up using this on everything. Sometimes it would be like this.
Did you use it on Wake Up?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I would use it on Woke Up. Oops. Yeah. Hear that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Same thing, I'd use the release. So that's kind of the idea of how I got these things set up. Again, the Digitone I used on some things, didn't use on everything. This particular track was called Wake Up, and I didn't use the Digitone at all. One thing that I didn't do that I wanted to do for this record was use multiple patterns per song, and I just didn't end up doing it. So all the tracks end up existing on one pattern, and then I pull parts in and out for the composition, which, you know, it has its place. I would have liked to have had more complex patterns jump in and out for the things.
Well, next time.
There's always next time.
There's always the next songs.
Yeah, exactly. Quick note about routing as well. The Analog Rhythm Mark II is getting routed into the Analog Heat, because I didn't mention the Analog Heat at all. The Analog Heat sounds fantastic. I love this box. It is juicy, ballsy. I love it. In fact, it's just clean boost. Usually like right around here. Love it. There was a few tracks where I had some extra drum samples being triggered by the Digitac to add like extra hi-hats, extra kind of percussion energy. But largely the record didn't have a huge amount of like crazy drum variants or anything like that. It's mostly like vocal harmonies being added and the synths all talking to each other. Come back to routing. Everything is currently routed into a patch bay that's off to the left side of the desk. That patch bay gets routed to the mixer that's off to my right, and it's a Mackie Onyx 32 channel. It's an older mixer from about 15 years ago, and it's great. It's clean. It doesn't add a lot of color. It has a ton of inputs, and they also have all these direct outs that I can use, and those direct outs are DB25 connectors, so I can easily patch them into ADAT inputs. So that's another thing. All this was recorded individually as well into Ableton. So when we're performing it, it's all getting multi-tracked into Ableton, and I'm taking all those outputs so they can be mixed separately. We get this live feed off the board, so it's immediate and it feels, you know, analog and real and all that stuff. And then we get to jump into Ableton and do some additional tweaks and adjustments and all that, which is nice. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great hybrid setup because this is very gear heavy right here, and then we get this nice hybrid setup going into Ableton. In fact, I was originally going to overdub some extra synths for this record. I ended up not doing it. We just overdubbed extra vocals because those sounded great, obviously. Yeah.
Teft and Gear Talk. Oh, the two go well together.
The Gear Talk. So to give an example, this song is Wake Up. do like bass and drums. All right, now I just added reverb to Meme's voice. Let's do that again.
Lying in my bed, get lost inside my head. A fear that don't feel right. Remove this heavy inside. Wake up, gotta see the light. 'Cause I've been finding trouble on the other side. Wake up, gotta see the light. 'Cause I've been finding trouble on the other side.
So that's how we made the record. Yeah. Just wanted to give you a slice into the creative process.
Slice, yeah. This song, Wake Up, is going to be the first one, I think, in the album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
We haven't solidified the song list yet, but we think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
So that's the video for this, guys. We want to give you a quick viewpoint into how we made this record and how we went about it. What I'm excited about is breaking down all this gear, cleaning off the desk, and then grabbing different sets of gear and just making tracks that way. Like that's what we originally wanted to do with this setup. Is so
It's
we
kind of
could,
like our jam.
like jams.
A couple of our jam videos were about.
Yeah, when we did them back in the summer. We just grab a few pieces, make some sounds, come up with something, and then share it on YouTube. And some of it becomes actual tracks we release. Some of them just go off in the ethers.
Yeah. just creativity.
Yeah, it's creativity, which is cool. So, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate all the support. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that sub button and ringing the bell.
Ding, ding.
Bing, bing, wherever it is. Also, follow us on twitter.com/Tefty Meems. That's where we have some social media type of stuff. Also, Instagram as well, Tefty Meems. Right? And follow us on Spotify as well if you want
Always helps.
up-to-date releases from Spotify official type stuff. And we have a Bandcamp as well. We're just plugging everything right now. Right?
Yeah. You just got to put it out there.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you for another video.
Deuces.
Lying in my bed, get lost.